They played for more than 100 years, through conference realignments and up and down seasons. When the victory bell is on the line, these two come back around to get this rivalry tuned up. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Miami, Ohio RedHawks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Bearcats will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the RedHawks offense will have the opening possession of the game. The Bearcats got the better of the RedHawks the last time they met, though it was a tight match throughout.
Yeah, the Bearcats made the big plays in the big moments, and that was the difference in this rivalry game. Who can handle those emotions, the adrenaline? Coming in today, which team, Jesse, you think is going to handle that best?
I think it also comes down to the playmakers on both teams. When the game is on the line, who can step up and make the big play to win the game?
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Dropping back, it's Finn. Got it in the middle, it's Williamson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the RedHawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle, it's Williamson. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Reynolds. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. That's reeled in, it's Reynolds. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
The RedHawks are rolling down the field. Wants to throw again. Shoots it to the left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
When I see the defense in man coverage.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Looking to throw, it's Finn. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And that's good enough for 1st down.
And the RedHawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Tracy. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. 2nd and 8. He'll pull it on the read. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big pass.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And he had plenty of leg and kept it just straight enough to use that right upright to get it through. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcats offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
4th down coming up.
The Bearcats line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The RedHawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Right back to him on the ground. Breaks the tackle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Wants to throw. It's Finn. Finds his tight end. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
And the RedHawks with the 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This rivalry dates all the way back to the late 1800s, 1888, and to this day remains one of the most highly contested rivalries in all of college football.
Pretty amazing, Reese. It's the oldest current non-conference rivalry in college football. And David, I think when you're playing in a game like this that has this much history, it just adds so much pressure, I think, to both teams.
Well, and the coaches were so cool talking about all the history, all the moments. They know it. They know about it. The players know about it. So it's a contested game usually every year. So competitive. Fun game to kick back and watch.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
The RedHawks send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds a spot in the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They're going to run it. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the 1st himself. They get him out of bounds at the 32, and that is what you want out of this running game.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
And the Bearcats back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, looking for a man. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Right down the middle. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Bearcats. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see what this RedHawks offense can get done this time. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the RedHawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Finn. Quick strike complete. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal. You won't. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, he would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QB sneak to keep this drive going. They've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. Quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to, and let's see what they do to finish off this drive.
The RedHawks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And the RedHawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Finn. Got it in the middle, it's Tracy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
The RedHawks have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. There he goes. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reynolds. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long, putting them in a great position to be successful.
And the RedHawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Finn. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That brings him to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. The Victory Bell Trophy is the oldest non-conference rivalry in college football. The rivalry itself, based on a township dispute in the early 1800s about income being diverted from Miami to Cincinnati. David, I didn't know that until you told me.
Well, you know, I like to share my notes, Reese, and make you sound smart. But a non-conference rival game is really, really cool. It's unique. It's different. The series is almost 500 after all the meetings. So, Jesse, I'm excited about this one.
And cool traditions in this game, too. You know, the University of Cincinnati, they have a pajama parade the night before the game running through the streets of downtown Cincinnati. I think David Pollock was once spotted there after he got drafted by the Bengals.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Sorsby. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 14-6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. It's a draw. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Finn. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The RedHawks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
And the RedHawks look to keep this drive humming. Wants to keep it in the air. Working that left side now. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the 1st down.
The RedHawks will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires it incomplete. Short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. That is no good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
The give from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it on the move. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option, the normal way, with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Miami, Ohio has it back. The RedHawks offense heads to the field. Finds some space enough to get 5 to the 22.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Finn. Wide open downfield. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on
play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tracy. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to move forward.
RedHawks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the RedHawks are on the move. Looking for room. It's Tracy. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Makes the grab. It's Reynolds.
I was teaching it. My daughter did it.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. To the air. It's Finn.
God dang it, bro.
Fires deep for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
This man bought it.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Allen. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass. It's Sorsby. Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, that's why this guy's one of the best receivers in the country. Even when he's double covered, he's open. He's able to make the catch and get the first down.
The Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Allen. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
I think a lot of people wonder why you don't throw more slant routes. It's just nowadays wide receivers are so big, so thick. You throw it to them, the DBs can't go through their bodies to get them, and most of the time you get positive yards like you do right here.
They'll run play action. Looking left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
And the Bearcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
Not 6-7 burger patty. This has gone too far now. I'll see this.
They'll go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Walker. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
The Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Snagged in the middle, it's Royer. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Snagged out of the air. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
And the Bearcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Caught in the backfield, it's Pryor. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive? Okay, well, if they've been aggressive.
Touchdown, Bearcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To throw, it's Finn. Finds his man, it's Williamson. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, all week, the Bearcats and RedHawks tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. A lot of football still to be played as these two scratch and claw for the right to claim that victory bell.
The RedHawks will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. He'll start the third quarter with the run. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Caldwell. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
The Bearcats come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the second half, get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
And the Bearcats will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. Snags a quick pass on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Pulls and fires complete. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to them. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Yeah.
And the offense takes the field eager to go
if
back
you
to
take
work.
my car, I'd have to get gas.
They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Takes the handoff. It's Walker. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. He's going to throw deep right side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, we'll see what this RedHawks offense can get done this time. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Back to throw, it's Finn. Grab near the marker, it's Williamson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
He's brought down at the 38. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
And the RedHawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just chews up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Creates a little space. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
Number 9.
Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw, it's Finn. They've got the screen set up. He's back in the end zone for the two-point conversion and followed the touchdown as he single-handedly is trying to keep them in it.
Miami, Ohio, 17.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Wants to fire on second down. Rushes on him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the back.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got 4th down.
The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Some misdirection with the counter. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
To the air, it's Finn. Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Grabbed in the middle, it's Reynolds. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
The give to the left side. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. The RedHawks line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
He slides that just inside the right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Got it in the middle, it's Caldwell. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The run to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
And the Bearcats are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Brings it in down the left side. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Loses 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
After getting knocked down behind the line, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. To the air, it's Sorsby. Trying to barrel in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. It's Tracy.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Looking downfield, it's Finn. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working that left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Finn. Caught over the middle, it's Williamson. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the RedHawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Williamson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
The RedHawks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, RedHawks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. PAT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He's got an open man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Got a man, it's Pryor. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Power football with the run. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Bearcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on. He's got it. First down and more. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Bearcats will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Lining up to add another. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So a drive there of 84 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Finn. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On third down, he drops to throw. The sure hands, it's Reynolds. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
And the RedHawks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Tracy. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Finn. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Nice move there. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
The RedHawks are moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Tracy. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off play action. It's complete to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Catch in the middle, it's Williamson. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
Leaves it with the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
And the RedHawks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. So the 16-play drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The give to the tailback. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
To the ground with the back. On the move at the 30. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Bearcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, that's the best run of the day for him so far, and he's a guy that looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. He's beginning to wear on this defense a little bit. If you're on offense, you probably want to keep giving him the ball.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Looking for space, it's Walker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
So now on comes the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Miami, Ohio has it back. The RedHawks offense heads to the field. Got it behind the line. It's Tracy. Crosses the 30. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win. But they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
Back to throw. It's Finn. Get it out on the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And it now feels like game over after coughing up the fumble. They were down. They needed something big to happen. They had to score touchdowns, but give this defense credit. They just finish. They're playing to the end of the game with great effort, creating a takeaway to ice this thing.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. So Cincinnati rings the victory bell and takes home the victory in this old rivalry game against the RedHawks. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.